How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Vernon Jones, the black male Democrat out of the Atlanta area of Georgia, who has been supporting Donald Trump for president in this year, 2020, being interviewed by Craig Melvin over there at MSNBS. You know, plus with the peacock. This interview, of course, did go off the rails because you're on a very liberal network and you're a black male guy that's a Democrat, but you're leaning conservative right now in the election. That's a no, you can't do that. You will be attacked. Now, before I go any further, let's get into the clip. In this clip, you'll see the context in which the interview started and then went off the rails. After we get done watching that, I'll talk about what was said and done there. Then I'll give you my 2 cents, my deep, detailed analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
You are an elected Democrat there in the state of Georgia, as I understand it, but yet you're supporting the Republican president's reelection bid. How is that going over in your district?
Well, obviously, my district knows about me. I've served as county executive. I've run a government. I've done things to move my county forward and the people, serve them well, solid record of accomplishments. But this is not about politics. This is about putting your country before politics, putting your country before the party. President Trump is right on target with results. Prior to the pandemic, he had the best, and you know it, the best economy that we've had going back years and years and years. The Democratic Party chose to put
an economy that even many on the right have acknowledged that he inherited from the previous administration.
That's fake news.
Well, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
If you look at the unemployment among African Americans during his years and during the Obama years, clearly it was much better. Yep. If you look at opportunity zone districts, if you look at support and financial support to historical colleges, clearly it's better off under his administration than the previous administration. So, I don't want to get caught into politics.
Well,
just because I'm a Democrat, my party feels though that
I like to traffic in facts, and much of what you just said is patently false. But I do want to. Representative Jones, this is my show. I'll ask questions. Give me a second.
Well, you had me on your show,
I know,
but don't cut me off when I'm giving an answer.
I'm not cutting you off, but I do want to. Are you a paid campaign surrogate? Are you being compensated?
Let me be clear. You get paid to shape a liberal narrative. Yep. You get paid to attack this president. I don't get a dime for this president. I don't get a dime from the campaign. Everything I've done has been me and based on my principles. And see, that's the problem. When an African American that's elected official,
I did not raise your
race. Let me finish now. Let me finish.
Whoa. You're not going to imply that I asked that question because you're black.
So don't ask me that. You only ask me that because I don't fit your narrative. No, this president never offered anything. I don't want anything from this president. It's what I can do for my country. And you need to accept that many other African Americans and others support this president because of his policies. And to insult me to say, am I getting paid?
I've asked the same question. I've asked the same question of Democrats who come on.
MSNBC and their narrative to keep blacks silent who happen to support this president. Why can't I be like white liberals or other whites? Nobody questioned they're getting paid.
State
so I have to get paid. Do you ask Democrats? Do they get paid?
I just said if you
paid by Joe Biden.
I just said to you.
Have you ever asked any host on your show that they've been paid by Joe Biden?
State Representative Vernon Jones. Representative Jones, thank you. Do come back. An open invitation.
I love to come back.
Thank you.
All right, you saw that, you heard that. Now, I don't really know where to begin. There is so much here that I got to talk about. Before I say anything, this is going to be kind of personal for me because I've been right there where Vernon Jones was, in that seat, being interviewed by guys on TV, off TV, YouTube comment section, getting asked questions about who pays you, X, Y, and Z. I've been right there. So I'm going to just get into some personal things a lot in this video. Now, Vernon Jones represents a lot of people in the country, not just black, white, whatever, a lot of people. He is a Democrat that has become disillusioned by the party. They're not doing what they say they're going to do. They say that they are for the black man and everybody else in the country, and they're for the small guy, all this and that, but they don't really practice what they preach. And as of right now, the party has gone way, way far to the left. I'm talking about so far left, it's unrecognizable. It's like a different party, or just a more extreme version of the same party they've always been, but different story. Anyway, they are not what a lot of people want them to be, so they're going to go support other candidates. They may not change their political affiliation. Vernon Jones may still be a liberal, and that's fine. That's okay. You can be a liberal and be a swing voter. You know what I want? As far as black folks, I want more of us to think a little bit differently, not just be so married to one particular political affiliation, just be more of a swing voter. Personally, I'm not a swing voter. I'm a conservative, and that's okay too. But rather than it being 90% Democrat, 10% other in the black community, we could at least have, I don't know, like 30% one way, 30% the other way, and then 30%, you see what I'm saying? Like have some more parity and a little bit more diversity, not just one way and that's it. Be a swing voter. That's how everybody else is. We can be the same thing in America, but I digress. My whole point is that he's a Democrat and he's going a different direction this election. And for that, he's going to be attacked as many black folks do, which is why a lot of us don't want to come out and say we support Trump in public because we fear getting attacked from friends, family, everybody else, our workplace and whatnot. And that's what happened on MSNBC. Now, Craig Melvin, the guy that was interviewing him, was talking about, I've asked Democrats the same thing about if they are getting paid. Man, please. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen anybody being interviewed like that with that aggressive tone and then in the middle of it, are you getting paid by the campaign? Like, have you ever really heard that? I've not heard that. If I have heard it, it's been in this kind of situation where it's an antagonistic type of approach from the interviewer to the interviewee. All right. That's what's going on with that. The reason why he asked him if he was getting paid, in my humble opinion, I think I'm pretty much right, is to try and discredit him. Because if Mr. Jones did say he got paid by the campaign, then it's like, oh, well, it don't matter what you say because you're getting paid. So what? You just a shill. You don't even really believe that. That's so dumb because I'm sure that Craig Melvin is getting paid to say what he says. He's probably getting paid to attack black folks too, because, he didn't have a white person on there with Vernon Jones to ask him that kind of question. I've never seen a white anchor do that. Now they might, but it'd be harder for them to do it because they would get lumped with an allegation of racism. You see what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, this is not the first time Craig Melvin has done this. During this whole thing with George Floyd, hands up, don't shoot, all this and that, you got police reform happening, which I'm not really a fan of, but different story, I digress. The point is that you've had police reform get brought to the forefront, and Tim Scott has pretty much led the charge on the GOP side. Well, really on any side. Democrats don't want it because they don't want their cities to be exposed as very dangerous and needing some kind of help. They don't want it. Tim Scott is leading the way. Now, Craig Melvin attacked Tim Scott for possibly being a token for wanting to do that on the Republican side. That's something I hear a lot too. They say Tim Scott, he's the only black senator in the GOP. Well, how many black senators are in the Democratic Party? Cory Booker and Kamala Harris. And Kamala Harris barely passes as black, okay? You got a mixed black and white father and 100% red dot Indian mother. How does it make you black? I don't know, but again, I digress. The whole point is that you got 2 black senators on the Democratic side and 1 on the Republican side. So congrats, Democrats. You got 100% more, but you only got 2. But we'll move right along. Anyway, the reason that the question was asked is because he wants to discredit Vernon Jones. I get asked the same question all the time, or not even the question that's asked, it's more of an allegation. You get paid by Turning Point USA. You get paid by the GOP. Listen, I've never gotten $1 from any political organization like that. Never a dime from Turning Point USA, never a dime from the GOP, never a dime from anybody like that, any kind of place. If I'm at a event, it's because 99 times out of 100, I paid to go. If I didn't pay to go, maybe I got a flight, but I still got to pay for all my accommodations. Like I'm not part of any kind of campaign or political party, so I'm not a paid person that way. All right. I make money from what I do over here on the YouTubes and my website and stuff like that. Selling the flags on the back that you see, my hats. That's how I make money. I don't make money from being a campaign spokesperson, okay? If anybody would get labeled with that or have that jacket put on their back, it'd be Craig Melvin of MS-13 DNC, okay? Because he's actually getting paid by the network to be on there every day. He's an employee of the network, all right? I go on TV occasionally, but I don't get paid by them either. If you see me on RT, I don't get paid for that. I'm just a guest that comes on there. Now, if I was to be on TV every day and I had a contract, that'd be something different, but I don't have that. I was asked to audition to be on SC Cup's show back about 3 years ago. Like early 2017, I got asked to be on her show, and this was on HLN, which is part of CNN. I was like, nope, I'm good. I have no desire to be on television as some kind of employee. I can do my own thing, and I've always been like that. Anybody that knows me, I walk to the beat of my own drum. I don't really like being an employee of somebody, so that's not even really my wave, all right? But like I said, that question is asked of all of us. If you are out there and you are a prominent person or even somebody that has a Facebook page and you putting stuff out about being conservative, especially if you're black or just a non-white person, you're going to get accused of, getting paid, trying to please the white man. Just as many white folks on the left as there is a right. So it doesn't even make any sense. These things are just tactics to try and discredit you, to shut you up, to keep you silent. But shout out to my man, Vernon Jones. It's not working. He's still going to be out there as a Democrat, as a political liberal, I suppose, still supporting the president and singing his praises when it's due. Okay, you got, before the virus hit, the lowest black unemployment rate ever, permanently funding HBCUs, lowering taxes and regulations, make it easier for black folks to be able to come out here and work. All right. You want to have law and order, which is going to help us in these cities where they're very dangerous and where we're pretty much being held captive by the liberal Democratic overlords. Okay. You got the guys actually out there showing and proving in Donald Trump. So it shouldn't really matter what side of the aisle you on. You should want that, right? You shouldn't let your political allegiances blind you to that fact. And Vernon Jones is doing exactly that. Craig Melvin over at MS-13 DNC is not doing that. He's doing what he got brought on to do, which is to be the liberal Democratic shill. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that Vernon Jones was correct to take offense to what Craig Melvin was saying about, oh, are you getting paid by the, was he right to do that? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or was Vernon Jones wrong to take offense to what Craig Melvin was saying? Do you think that if I'm a black conservative or some other kind of, quote unquote anomaly, then I have to be paid to do it? I can't just do it on my own. I can't just be an individual person. My own. I can't be a critical thinker on my own. I got to be part of the board. It's weird because the left always talk about diversity and inclusion, but they don't really want that. They only want diversity and inclusion when it comes to physical appearance. Your identity as far as things that are considered to be woke. It's like a bag of Skittles. They all have different colors, but they're all at the end of the day the exact same candy. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.